Alright.
Picking up on Rishi during the Cerulean attack, we are now helping the Rishi, and we have run to the village place where
We went away
father
from
is.
the village.
Away from the village where the other is.
Yes. So you guys run away, and in about an hour and a half, 2 hours away, after y'all end up running, and while running, Paula explained as best she could that y'all running to Mandeus Cove.
Okay.
Cove?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fun.
Escapable.
Yeah, nice. They would have flown, but none of y'all can fly. They would have been faster, so they were a little agitated by that. But, since their village is being attacked.
Sorry, we have 2 legs, not.
That's okay, we have really good runners.
Yeah. So y'all get there, and you get to this cove, and then y'all stop. Paula's like, we are here now. And so, all of you, each person, y'all plus everybody else kind of feels this weird,
Pulse.
pull. This is where y'all feel like y'all needed to be. But you don't really feel that pulse anymore, though. You feel like you're now here. Does anyone comment on that?
So my master has guided me.
And Paula's.
You just believe the force has guided us here.
Is that what you said?
Or
Something feels normal.
Jesse's like, I feel like I've been here before. And it's like, it does seem a bit weird. And Paula's like, come! And she's kind of walking to this cave that's on the cove. Or not really this cave. She's like, come! And y'all, goes over this small hill. It's kind of because you can't see the beach line. And as you do, you see this very this figure kind of standing, ankle deep into the water, and just kind of staring out, not facing you guys.
Okay. What's that?
Cade's like, he's like, my eyesight's not good, guys. What is that? And Paula's like, that is he. The one we call Mandeus. And Alistar was like, he's been here a long time. He's like, long time. He's been here a long time. You don't have anything else to comment on?
No comment.
Anybody wary? Leon's like, can we really trust? He kind of says under his breath, he's like, kind of says to Baron, he's like, can we really trust this?
I'm not for sure, but we don't got any more choice. Told him we would help him, and we will.
This little boy.
And Cade kind of says under his breath in response, he's like, we're supposed to be leaving this planet. And he kind of looks over at, and he's like, this doesn't seem like us leaving. He looks over at Terra and he's like, what are the odds that this old fart has, a ship?
Doubtfully about 0 to nothing, but it's a chance.
And Paula's like, and she makes this oh sound. And then y'all you're getting close to this person. The person hasn't turned yet, but then he finally does. He has these these old. Well, he looks, he's hunched over a little bit, and he's tatted up robes. They get closer. Y'all eventually get pretty close, and the person hasn't made a sound or done anything yet. And Paula's like, Mandeus. And Alistar does the same thing. Bows. And then the person goes, He's like, I was wondering when you kids would show back up again. Always the bane of your father's existence. He's like, I attribute that to the Force, no doubt. And as he turns around, he's like, the same can be said for all of your friends. He turns, he's visibly old, really old.
Like dust old?
Like really old. And he has like wispy, white, silverish hair kind of coming down. He's, he doesn't really have a smile, but just kind of like this, not really emotionless kind of sort of face. And he's like, I see you have been seeking me. And Paula's like, creatures from the sky. They attacked our village. She's like, but these. And Alistair's like, they are like us. And he's like, I'm aware. And he looks, and when every time he talks, he's looking directly at Baron.
Looking at you.
Well, when he was talking to Paula and Alistair, and then he looks over kind of at you. He just kind of smiles for the first time. And he's like, how are you all doing?
No, we're not dead.
And Leon's like, what kind of question is that?
Your village is burning.
And Mandeus is like, not my village. He kind of laughs. He's like, not my village. And he's like, well, it seems like there's a bit you need to be caught up on. And Paula's like, but our village. She's like, our village. She's like, we had to bring them here. So you must, so that we can convince you to save our village. And Mandeus is like, your village is far gone. I know all of you feel it. He's like, well, with some hope. And he kind of like walks, he starts to walk away, and he's like, but with some hope, we might actually be able to save the planet. That's something. He's like, come on. Follow me.
We start walking.
I obviously follow him.
And then like Cade kind of looks at Terra and he's like shaking his head. Just like more shit. He's like from shit to shit. He's like, I'm even more convinced this guy is gonna help us.
He's like, you got a better plan?
He's like, if I had a better plan, I wouldn't be here.
She's like, then stop complaining and man up, and walks past him.
Just like, he follows this guy. And so the guy gets to like this little cave, and he like goes, he kind of sits down. You see where he's kind of made this like, where he's like you walk into like this cave, and you just get a sense that he's lived in this cave for a very long time. So he sits down on these wooden chairs. He's like, come, sit down. And Paula and Alistair are just gonna stand there. And the man's kind of like looking around, and he's like, okay. And he sits down. And Cade does the same thing. And he looks back over at Baron, and he's like, would you like to sit down? You all can feel this guy's very strong in the Force, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sit down.
Me?
Do you sit down?
I'm fine. I'll stand up.
You gotta
I
take
think
it.
Terra and Cade are gonna be the ones that are like
Well,
skeptical.
Cade sat.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And takes a breath. He takes a deep breath, and he's like, so where are you kids from?
Terra's like, everywhere.
He's like, no. He's like, I don't need your life story. I'm just recently. What brought you here?
A guy named Vic.
And Cade's like, Vic the dick. Vic the dead dick, he says. And Leon's like, we were employed by Vic. We were employed by Vic.
Jedi says enslaved.
He's like, and then Leon comes and he's like, enslaved. He's like, but the sort of attacked us. We ended up, the sort of attacked us and we had to use our escape pods. We ended up here. We're marooned here unless we find a ship. Cade's like, you wouldn't by chance have one. Would you? And Old Man shakes his head. He's like, no. He's like, I haven't touched machinery like that in a long time. Back when people called me by my full name. And he looks over at Terra and he's like, Ozzy Mandeus. Oh, he's like, Ozzy Mandeus. And you recognize that name. What?
I recognize that?
Yes, because you looked in the book. I know. You don't necessarily recognize the name, but you finally make a connection.
Okay.
Well, we roll to see if you can make a connection. Or at least
Come on, give me a connection. I like
roll the
knowing
d20.
information.
I know.
She obviously rolled the
So
20.
you kind of starts to click in your head about, Mandeus Code, this guy's name, Mandeus. You realize you recognize that as a last name. What, bitch?
Could it carry on?
Last name of Vic? No.
No, you recognize that's a last name.
Oh.
Not of anyone on the ship, but someone who's related to someone on the ship. Particularly, that was his grandparents' name. That was your grandparents' last name.
He's related to me?
Yes.
That's the shocking.
Oh, I thought it was you.
No. No. He'd have to be pink.
He's
human, isn't he?
He's human.
Oh. What's I supposed to know?
You never clarified
I'm
that
sorry.
he was human. I assumed as much after you were talking.
I
in
apologize.
human
I
voice.
didn't specify, so I guess that means human. Usually, if they're alien, I usually will say that they're alien.
They're trying to kill us, they're alien.
That's underneath it, don't worry about it.
Anyway, yeah, you recognize that. You saw on his lineage, on his mother's side.
Okay, so she probably just raises her eyebrows and
And he was
glances
looking
over
at you.
there
When
and-
he said, well, he said last thing he
Yeah.
said.
And then she just raised her eyebrows, glance over at Varen.
Did you say anything? You're making these connections as you're
I know.
looking at him. So
She's just like, she's like, why are you here?
he's like, I've known Rishi for a very long time. He's like, a very long time. He's like, close to 50 years. He's like, which is pretty short considering my age now. He's like, Paula and Alistair are some sort of pupil. He's like, think of themselves as some sort of pupils of mine. I was once a Jedi. He's like, as you might imagine, I was once a Jedi. You can kind of see all the Jedi stuff that he has. He's got slightly bits of armor on that are all rusted.
Does he have a communications array?
Can you say that?
Yes. Do you have a sort of communication comlink?
He's like, I crash landed here a long time ago. He's like, I had no way off the planet, so I made it my duty to protect it. You're doing pretty good so far. He's like,
Until today.
he's like, until today. And Paula's like, I'm gonna pause and say, and he kind of nods.
Cade's just like,
Cade's like, what does this have to do with us?
why the fuck are you
And,
here?
And Ozzy looks over at Cade and he's like, You were all brought to me by the Force. He looks over at you and he's like, especially you. He like smiles. And you get this really weird feeling from him. Do you say anything to him? He's giving you these like weird smiles.
I don't say anything.
And Leon's like, you're a Jedi. And Leon's like, I can't imagine what you could do at your age now, though. And if you've been here for so long, I don't think I can imagine any of your anything we could use is usable. We don't have a ship either. I mean, are we just expected to sit here and be like you?
Old hermit.
And he's like, no. He's like, I've been waiting for a sign. He kind of sits up straight. A sign from the Force that it was time for me to go. And he's like, a sign. He's like, that I would be needed. Not simply just to protect the planet, but he's like, kind of smiles and he's like, to be a Jedi again. He's like, I can sense that you all have potential to be Jedi. Some, he looks back at you, more than others.
Then how do you know that?
He's like,
Some of your lightsabers.
he's like, we have a connection. He's like, not simply through the Force, Baron, but through the blood as well.
Who told you my name?
Terranova's just like, can you please stop fucking with us and get to the point?
He's like, sorry, it's not every day that you see your great-grandson.
What? Great-grandson or grandson?
Great-grandson.
Great-grandson.
What?
How do you react?
Well, Terranova's not even surprised.
Figured your family was like old hermits living on different planets. Fucking Jedi.
Well, his family abandoned him and gave him to the Jedi.
Fucking Jedi.
Anyway, so how do you respond? Because you've never heard anything about your family before.
Yeah, you were taught to give that up as a Jedi. But now you're not a Jedi, so.
Don't worry, this guy isn't either. Anymore.
How was my mother and father?
He's like, I wish I knew, Baron. He's like, we were never too close. He's like, your parents weren't in the Order. Your father was a freight pilot, traveling from planet to planet, delivering goods. Your mother, he's like, your mother, my granddaughter, she was the one who decided not to follow in her parents' footsteps. She wanted to be an entertainer, from what I remember.
Terranova knows her.
He's like,
Oh, God.
he's like, she abandoned the rest of the family. Said not to be a Jedi. And he's like, I believe it was your grandparents that talked them into sending you to the temple. After all, it had been a long time since the family had a full-fledged, had someone so strong in the Force, since me. He's like, your grandparents on your mother's side were Jedi too. He's like, but they weren't strong enough to make it as Padawans. He's like, they lived a simple life. They didn't fight in the war. They wanted to raise a family.
So why ship me off to the jet?
He's like,
To the Jedi.
your mother wasn't. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I wish I knew. He's like,
The Jedi was probably the best place for you.
The Jedi was the best place for you. But he's like, as I've said, I've been here for a long time.
Very long.
What I know is what I can only feel through the Force. I, much like yourself, in a sense, Cade, am a seer. However, with you, Cade, you can only see what's in front of you. I can see much. He kind of shrugs, and he's like, you tend to pick up hobbies when you're sitting in a cave for 40 years.
Well, can you see if there's a way off this rock?
He shakes his head, and he's like, that's not how the Force works, boy.
How am I supposed to know? No.
He's like,
Jedi.
he's like, the only technology here is of the Saru.
Ugh.
And Cade's like, well, I guess that's our ticket off here then. Pilot's like, we take the ship? And Mandeus stands up and he's like, I think so. And he's like, I do not have my lightsaber anymore. However, the forces are still very strong in these old bones. It's like, I will take you all under my wing. We will save the village, save the planet. And he's like, and in return, we will all leave the planet together.
Okay.
Cade's like, what makes you think we want you to travel with us?
This is my grandfather you're talking to.
Great.
Great grandfather you're talking to. Mind your tongue.
He's like, it's okay, Baron. He's like, he simply lacks the gift. He's like force sensitive. He's like force sensitive maybe, but he's no Jedi. He's like, however, and he like walks up to Cade, and he's like, with enough patience and discipline, he'll get there, just like all of you will.
What?
And he looks at Terranova and he's like, even you.
She scoffs.
Well then, I guess we better start planning our way to take.
She's
That's
just
it.
like, I love how you assume that just because a group of Force sensitives walks into your home, that we are all aspiring Jedi.
He's like, he kind of walks out the cave. Walk out the cave. What were you saying?
Well, we need to figure out a plan to take the ship. Or one of them.
Well, yeah, he goes to walk out the cave and he's like, the Force. He's like, it's not every day a group like you walk into my life. Not for 40 years. And he's like, if this isn't destiny, if this isn't the calling of the Force, then what is? He takes a breath and he's like, Alistar, Pala, both of you take flight. He's like, we will head toward the village as fast as possible behind you. And they look at all you guys, and Alistar, it's like, thank you, all of you. And the Anderson nods, so it's busy. What do you guys do?
I know.
We had to do something.
Terranova? Doesn't do nothing.
Scoffs.
And so they
She stays near Cade, I guess.
start flapping their wings and they fly away.
Must be nice to fly.
And then Ozzy just kind of watches them fly away, and he looks back at you guys and he's like, so, any of you have ever? He's like, any of you have any experience in force running? And he smiles.
Well, I think I'm pretty much the only one here.
Me and Penix. You and me, buddy. You and me.
He's like, the villagers wouldn't have much time. He's like, and most of all of you, if not all of your legs, will not make the journey quick enough. He's like, however, with my presence here, I will do my best to bring out your latent potential. And Cade's like, I'm not a big running fan.
He would say something like that.
It runs all the time.
And he's like, then you will be left behind on the planet, Cade. And he's like, and he kind of smiles and he's like, you will be left behind on the planet, Cade. And there's kind of a silence for a second. Cade just like, and then the old man kind of looks back over and he's like, what? Doesn't sound so good coming from someone else, does it?
Oh!
Shots fired!
And Cade's like, well, let's just get on with this.
Wow, he just got burned!
Terranova would laugh his ass. Oh, man.
Ooh, nice one.
Yeah. And so y'all like line up behind him, and like the old man kind of like lifts his arms, and you can all like feel invigorated by the force.
Terran's excited. It's hype. Terranova's hype.
Yeah, you're all feeling very powerful.
Um,
and the old man runs like super fast, and you all like immediately like your body's pulled to him like magnets, and then you all start running. Not as fast as him, you're running real fast.
See Terranova laughing. He's dope. Fucking. He's the really tall one. He's the tallest besides Drizzy. Him and Drizzy are the tallest ones.
Yeah.
And I see him like track running.
Yeah, and so y'all make what was a 2-hour walk into a 20-minute run.
Woo! Woo! We shaved that time down like 2 hours.
Yeah, and then so we'll stop that there.